Decided to do something new for the channel, and that's not reactions. I want to do this metalcore band tier list. I'm using the tablet to record this, so it's going to be messy, but I can't screen record on this tablet. At least I think I have to pay for it, so defeats the purpose of that. So that's why I'm using the iPhone for the screen recording. At least that's what I think how you guys do it. I don't know though, but let me know. This is my first time, and it's going to be messy, so there's no E tier on here, by the way. Finn McKenty did a tier list with E tier, so really confused by that. It looks like all this stuff's in alphabetical order. I'll ignore all these ads. Let's get right into this. Asking Alexandria. So, as of recent, we got 2 albums in a row that were just completely duds for me. I don't even know what type of audience they're going for. And back in the day, yeah, Stand Up and Scream and Reckless and Relentless were pretty certified bangers, at least, in high school for me, but they didn't really hold much weight to them later on as I got more into the genre, and I just wasn't really into them. And then From Death to Destiny, and then obviously The Black with Dennis, other lead singer, wasn't too into those. Self-Titled came around and I enjoyed maybe a good portion of the album when Danny came back, but overall, guys, I think this band, oh man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with D tier. I just don't think that they have the power for me to really be intrigued by them and what they do now. So yeah, let's go with D tier. This thing working? Come on. There we go. Oops. I'm seriously like a caveman with this stuff. I'm going to try to go down the list because I want it to be mixed up. I don't want to be going alphabetical here. Oh, here we go. The Color Morale. Nobody's done the Color Morale on these tier lists yet. So, the Color Morale. Man, I found out that these guys during No Hope. Blown away. Absolutely blown away. They just have a lot of thoughtful, meaningful lyrics. They're a tattoo band, basically. Been able to save a lot of people's lives, and I know that's kind of like the main thing a lot of people would say, but they were just like really awesome dudes. Really helped with me, actually, back when I was going through a lot of stuff, hitting rock bottom during my early 20s. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like they were kind of short-lived, though. They just dropped the ball, They had those 2 albums. It was No Hope, and then, what was that one afterwards? It's going to kill me. It has Pray For Me, I think was the name of the song. And there's a couple other songs on there. I liked it at the time, but I didn't really revisit that one as much. And then the last one, before they went away, wasn't really into it. But they have 2 other albums under their belt before No Hope. I just wasn't really into them at the time, so I couldn't really get into them. But yeah, I feel like these guys are, honestly, this is gonna sound harsh, but on the same ranking as Asking. God, sorry guys. That's just, I don't know. I don't feel like they had enough time in the scene for me to really give them the time of day. God, dude, this is not user friendly at all. Holy shit, this is really bad. Okay, so you gotta scroll up here. Okay, I see. Alright, let's do, who's this, Gideon? Never mind, who the hell is that? Can't let's do that. Oh man, it's too much to say about these guys. C tier all fucking day. They've got a lot of stuff in their catalog that is not doing it for me, and that is mainly the latest album. But on the same note, got into these guys around Creation Destruction, which was a fucking bane at the time, 2013. I don't listen to it as much. If I were to say the best Fit for Kane album, right? This is so unpopular, guys. Slave to Nothing all day. The riffs were on that bitch. Why are people never talking about that album? And this is when Ryan Tucker Leary joined the band. Absolutely destroyed the album. And then all of a sudden, people are complaining that like he has this nasally vocal tone or something. I don't know if that was like a thing, but to me, it was like a really stupid reason to not like them because he has an amazing range, and it was just very different, honestly. Yeah, of course they had their metalcore tropes and all that stuff, and they went down. Why the hell is Dance Gavin Dance on here? Not metalcore. Yeah, it didn't make sense to me, guys. They were just so like talented, and then they came out with Death Grip, and I was like, well, it's not as a good album, but it's still very good. I'm not really complaining. Still jammed it a lot, but it was just more of like kind of the familiar Fifth King that we all knew of. But Death Grip's an amazing song, and then obviously from there they just went downhill for me. But anyways, Bring Me the Horizon, we gotta do them right now. Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one because they have so many different sides to them. So Bring Me the Horizon, as of modern day, S tier all day. Don't care what you gotta say. But I was never that person in high school who liked deathcore. I never really liked deathcore, honestly. That's why we're doing a metalcore ranking here. But if we were to split hairs, I'd say that, yeah, for their success, if we're basing this off of like what Finn McKenty talks about with Suicide Season and Count Your Blessings, this made them go in the direction that they went to go to There's a Hell, the long ass album title. And that's when they became metalcore. And then obviously Sempiternal was their breakthrough album, and they were still doing their thing, but just more in a more commercial sense. And I got into them with There's a Hell, but man, that was junior year of high school. And then with Sempiternal, I wasn't like fully on board per se, but I was very, very keen on interested, mainly in the singles. Can You Feel My Heart, Sleepwalking, Go to Hell for Heaven's Sake, etc. That's the Spirit came out, and I'm like, dude, what? And I still, to this day, cannot get into that album, but that's how they got so successful, guys. I feel like it wasn't even just Sempiternal, it was That's the Spirit, and the combination with Ammo as well. Yeah, these guys are on a roll. I feel like with Posthuman Horror Survivor, that's what really brought them into bringing all the sounds together. And now we hear Die For You and whatever else they have to come. I think Bring Me the Horizon is deserving of at least B tier. Let's do B tier for right now. Potentially could get A tier, once I hear like a new album from them. But B tier I think is pretty fair. Architects, okay, Architects. Ooh. Oh man, this is even more tough. Well, Architects, listen, guys, I feel like they have so much potential, but this latest album just ain't it. They got a lot of flack for this one, but I'm not basing it just off of that. Nah, man. No. They have such a like formula to them, and it's really, I'm tired of it. It's not enough metalcore bands on this list. Yeah, it's just like, why? Why do they still want to do like sad songs? Like, I get it, like Tom died and stuff, so I'm not trying to make that a controversial opinion. Like, that's great that they're able to continue the band, but I don't know, I feel like they just found their formula and haven't really changed it up for the past, I mean, not even like the latest album, obviously it's more of their mainstream side of them, but that's the thing, it sounds soulless and lifeless to me, the Diet Architects type of thing. And I got into them around Daybreaker, and I don't know, I just, after Holy Hell, I just got really sick of them. Before the album, this new album even came out. Yeah, I could for sure see myself listening to this stuff, but I gotta be really in the mood for it. We already know where this one is, guys, come on. It's pretty obvious where these guys stand for me. I want to get a Killswitch Engage inspired sleeve, at some point when I actually have a really good cushion, but these guys have meant so much to me, And it's not even like that their most recent stuff has meant so much to me. This is just, in general, they're the band that stuck around for me throughout all these years, since the Guitar Hero days, Power Jones days, As Daylight Dies, and The End of the Heartache, those types of days. Those two albums, God tier level albums. But yeah, I wouldn't say all their albums are S tier. It's just them as a band, like so much influence too, unlike these other bands. But yeah, they're just an amazing band. Give or take, I could do away with some of the new stuff, but Atonement was still a pretty damn solid album. I really enjoy some of this new Jesse stuff, but it's yeah, hit or miss though. Like with Incarnate, that album had a lot of filler. It was a long album, but I feel like the bonus tracks really stepped their game up. Yeah, I could talk about this band all day, but we're not here to do that. These guys have the riffs, though, guys. Remember, they got the riffs, some of the best riffs in the scene. All right, Lamb of God, oh boy. So I'm like surprised they're on here. I know they're kind of partially metalcore, but Lamb of God, it's like you've heard one song, you've heard it all. Like Hatebreed, actually, that was a better example, not Unearth. Well, Lamb of God's very solid. They write good music. I think they're better than Fit for King, honestly. So we will respect that legacy, put them in B tier for right now. But yeah, it's definitely a hard one to really rate. How many more should I do? Memphis Mayfire. Oh boy. Ooh, this is gonna be controversial. So Memphis Mayfire, listen, I got into these guys during Challenger days. I think I knew about them a little bit before, though, with the Hollow. Then I checked out Sleepwalking. Again, at the time, with Rise Core being huge, I thought these were amazing albums, but over time, it's like, dude, after high school, bro, a lot of the stuff just doesn't stick to you. So Challenger's album, though, holds up to this day for me. I think that the riffs were just in your face. Not a band I would jam every single day, but they're still solid enough for me to enjoy. It's just that they got their formula, so I don't know. They're very generic, but they're like a good type of generic, I guess. If that makes any sense. I'm right next to Fit for King. C tier. I think that's pretty deserving. But yeah, they got a lot of like these one-off singles, kind of like what Our Last Night is doing. So yeah, I think that's pretty fair. But some of these recent albums are just not doing it for me. They went butt rock completely. Some of these new singles are kind of pique my interest, but at the same time, not so much. Blew Me Dry and first single, Blood and Water. Those were the two good ones in my opinion. These other ones not so much. Alright, enough talk. Let's do, I don't know, Beartooth. Oh boy, here's another one where I feel like these guys, for just a few albums under their belt, they've become as big as like Asking Alexandria now. And you guys know how big Asking Alexandria is? I mean, coming in hot from the release of Below, they're headlining over Silverstein, which Silverstein is not the biggest fucking band in the world, but I remember when Silverstein was taking these guys out. The latest album I really enjoyed. Yeah, for the most part, I think that this is a really good album, but it's not really God tier or anything. It's definitely something that's familiar sounding. Disease, pretty similar. There's a couple of songs on that album that I didn't enjoy that much. Below was definitely better for me. And then, what was the album before? Aggressive. Oh man, that was a pretty big dud in their catalog, but it was like a small dud. It was still a huge album for them. And then obviously the debut, Disgusting. That was the album that really got me psyched for the future of them, because it's just crazy how Caleb came from Attack and all that. A band that was not even supposed to be serious. So, geez, I think this band is pretty well deserving of, I don't know, we'll go with B tier, I think. Pretty solid band. Very fun band to see live, by the way. Very, very fun. Not that these other bands aren't fun, but Beartooth is definitely very fun. They got a very big following. All right, let's just jump right into it. A Day to Remember. After everything that's happened to them recently, guys, this latest album, You're Welcome, absolute dud. What are they doing? Last Chance to Dance? Is this like the last time they're gonna like make heavy music again? And it's hard to like rate them as a metalcore band. You know, if I rate them as a metalcore band strictly, yeah, they would be B tier all day. But you know, after this dud of an album, I'm sorry, but I think they're pretty much on the same page as these other bands here. Architects asked, yeah, that looks pretty solid. I feel like the Colorado doesn't deserve to be in there, but it's like they haven't released enough stuff, so I have to keep them there. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like Bad Vibrations, and then Common Courtesy. They got a handful of songs on those albums I enjoyed, but as a whole, yes, I won't deny their success. I just don't think that they're all that anymore. It's like they're still holding on to thin air, just like asking me, like, I'm just going to put them in there too. I really think that their new shit sucks, and not really too big on the old stuff. You know, they're holding on to the nostalgia as well, and that's pretty much all I got to say about them. Attila, well, you already know where I might put Attila, and it's not going to be looking pretty. They're just too silly, and I don't know. I mean, they could really try harder. I won't deny the success. I definitely commend Chris Franzak for being a cool, good businessman, but what else is there aside from that? You know what I'm saying? August Burns Red. S tier all fucking day. You all already know this is like my favorite band pretty much, so no denying that. Yeah, they've had one album that I wasn't really that into before Jake got in the band, and even Found in Faraway Places, I don't know, something about that album was off-putting for me. It was a little bit too much, but absolutely everything else I've just absolutely done, like 9 or 10 out of 10 albums. Man, they just got the riffs, they got the charisma, they just have such a like respectful band. They work as a collective unit. Dustin is an absolute beast on drums. He's not even the drummer in the band. How does he do it? And he also is a vocalist too. It's crazy. Blackfield Brides. I don't know why the hell that just slipped out there, but no. They're not even metalcore. Knocked Loose. For right now, because they're new guys, I'm going to put them in B tier. By the way, this is kind of like, in no particular order here, like me putting these bands like above certain others. So like the Color Morale, I mean, whatever. If you guys want to follow that, go right ahead. I just don't think that really matters at this point. So yeah, Knocked Loose, amazing band. I haven't listened to their stuff too often, but they're fucking punishing. They got really nice riffs. Again, it's a pretty new band, so maybe I shouldn't have put them in here, just like Polaris, but they got a little bit more, right? They got 2 albums in. Yeah, 2 albums. Well, whatever. I'll give them a shout out on this because they're blowing up still. With Polaris, though, I have not given that enough listens to really say. The Ghost Inside, they're also B tier, I think. Yeah, I think they're B tier. They got enough stuff for me to enjoy, but I don't always listen to them. They got their formula again. It's nice that they came back after, despite everything that happened to them with the van accident. But pretty heavy band. Trivium. Ooh. Can I even rate these guys? I mean, shit, they're like not even just metalcore. I mean, I guess. Shit, after all this, I don't know. I feel like I got too much in B tier. Nothing in A tier. Trivium, like, dude, like the last 3 albums are so freaking good, but like I don't want to just like rate them off of those 3 albums, but I'm gonna have to because like the new era is basically what they are as a whole, and I'm not really into like the thrash metal stuff. So yeah, Matt's a great guy. Great guy. He's a great vocalist. Sometimes a little off-putting, a little bit too much on the guitar solos, but again, very talented band. So I'm not taking that away from them. Wage War. This one might wrestle a couple of jimmies, but yeah, I don't know. Just not really enough stuff that intrigues me. It's kind of like Architects, where like I enjoy decent portion of their stuff, but yeah, there's just not enough stuff for me to say, wow, holy shit. As opposed to like the first 2 albums, they were pretty good, but they're kind of like generic metalcore. All right, let's see who else we can do. Let me do Issues, I think. Despite everything that happened to Tyler Carter, which I still do wish him the best, whatever he's doing with his life now. I think he's got like a side project. I don't know what the hell they're going to do, like as a band now. They should have kept Michael in, they were idiots. But going off of those first 2 albums, or was it EP, I think? I can't remember, but yeah, Headspace was a pretty damn good album. Not like S tier or anything, but B tier. So I'm gonna pretty much put him with some of these other bands here that I feel like kind of were up and down for me. They got some stuff where I wasn't really huge into, but can respect the musicianship enough. It's funny that they're next to Memphis Mayfire after like that controversial shit that happened at Warped Tour, but yeah, they got really good instruments and vocals and everything, but overall it's not like something I play all the time. Like Moss of Flames, same deal. They're, I don't know, can't really say it. They got a lot of generic stuff though. I think this is it, guys. I don't really know any of these other bands. Chunk and Captain Chunk is not metalcore, guys. Come on. Actually, hold on, that's Silent Planet. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, they're on the same level as Trivium for me. I think they're still a bit new though, so I would keep them under there. But I've not given them, or at least all their stuff, enough listens for me to give them S tier anyways. While She Sleeps, that's the last one we're going to do. Have not given them enough listens, but based off of what I hear, Sleep Society having a lot of filler, and overall just they're better than Fit for Kin, but yeah, they're still not B tier. C tier, I think that they just need to like hone in on that sound a little bit better. Believe me, I really hate to put these guys in C tier. It's just that there's just too much filler, especially on the new album. So What, who actually had quite a few songs that didn't do it for me, and they're just kind of a little inconsistent to my liking. They have amazing riffs, by the way. Like, I feel like Matt, is it Matt, or I think he's the guy, I can't remember, but yeah, they all just work really well together. And I like the story behind the new album and all, but yeah, there's just some things that weren't doing it for me, and I know for a fact that vocally they're one of the best around. You know, I like that they do the sort of dual trade-off vocal thing with clean and screams here, but yeah, the effects are great. Yeah, it's just like I want an entire album experience that's really While She Sleeps, and not While She Sleeps on 7 tracks, then like the next 3 or 4 tracks are just kind of there for me. You Are We was my introduction to the band, by the way. It's just, I don't know, something's missing for me. But anyways, yeah guys, this is it. I had to record this video. I don't know what happened. I had another video, I might have deleted it or something, that was just me wrapping up. If you guys want to see like more videos like this in the future, I can try to. I don't know, I put decent amount of time into this, so I don't really think I want to do that again. But it's a pretty solid list, I think, just by looking back at it. So, yeah, guys, let me know. Let me know if this is a solid list. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully we get some more new music soon. And I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, upcoming New Year's as well. It's been quite a few work days for me here. It's finally getting busy again. Bye.